Hello, my name is Shamail Ahmed, and first speech I'm going to do is a classical speech by Romeo and Juliet, the character Romeo by Shakespeare. What light free on the window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who's already sick and pale with grief. But though her maid are far more fair than she, be not her maid, since she's envious, for her vestal livery is but thick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off, for it is my lady, it is my love. That she knew she were, for as she speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? For her eye discourses, and I will answer it, for I am too bold. It's not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there and they were in her head? For the brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. For her eyes in heaven would through the airy regions stream so bright that birds would sing, and think that it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon that hand. If I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. A contemporary play is by Horenzi Kenny from the character play of Little Baby Jesus and the character Gained. The day my brother bought his white gold back, it was if Grandma just knew. Like she had a sixth sense or something. As soon as she came through the door, she puts the shopping bags down on the kitchen table where I was watching TV. Now, normally she'll start packing the food into the fridge. I'll automatically stand up to boil the water for the vegetables before she even had a chance to tell me how lazy I was, but no. Not today. She marched straight up the stairs and made a beeline to my brother's room. Didn't even take off her jacket. Most days she'll stand in the doorway and ask him why he wasn't doing his homework or why he only let him downstairs. But today she must have smelled the sex funk or something. She went all the way into his room, shut the door behind her. When I had that door shut, I had to crack a smile door because my brother was always getting away with things. I went and sat on the stairs, didn't want to miss a sniffle. White girl is hiding behind the curtains. Grandma notices the UWG Ugg boots sticking out from the bottom. My brother sat at his desk with his page apparently halfway through some novel, fooling nobody he doesn't read. Grandma walks straight over the curtains and punches it. The curtain screams. She punches it a bag of times. A barrage of punches later and the drapes fall down. She spat in the face of a little white girl somewhere between 14 and 16 years old and gave her the beating of her life. She was done. She sat in the corner of my brother's bed, sweating, breathing heavily. She had folds of pink skin on her fingernails from when she scratched the girl's eyelids. She beat that white girl bad. Beat that white girl like she was the white woman who my granddad cheated on her with. She beat that white woman. She beat that white girl like she was the white bus driver who closed the door on her face after she ran all the way to catch it. She beat that white woman. She beat that white girl like she would love to beat the white woman in customs and made her throw away all the food she had in her hand luggage. Grandma had a heart condition, so when the white police came to arrest her, the white paramedics came too. She felt that white people had taken everything away from her. Since they were putting her in handcuffs and she was calling them devils and lucifers and demons, obviously they thought she was crazy, but I knew she wasn't crazy. She wasn't crazy, she was just hurt and conditioned, and that's how she'll be until the perishing end, because it's hard trying to tell people new things when they're stuck in 1974. My song is going to be from West Side Story called Maria. The most beautiful sound I've ever heard. Maria, 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 Maria. All the beautiful sound of the world in a single word. Maria, 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 Maria. Maria, Maria, Maria. I've just met a girl named Maria, and suddenly that name will never be the same to me. Maria, I just kissed a girl named Maria, and suddenly I found how wonderful a sound can be. Maria, say it loud and there's music playing. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Maria, I'll never stop saying Maria. My device piece is inspired by a wooden bridge. I'll tell you a story of a man here that comes desperate plea to the free world that he is the arch dictator of democracy. And therefore he's looking to rule the world for as long as he lives. But as soft as he is from the inside, there is also a dark anarchy living beneath the shadows of his soul. His blood is thicker than the Quran, as from the outside he screams of tomato juice. People are dying. People are dying. People are dying. He would scream in his speech. Eaten by the pesky little creatures that come from hell. His folks think he's doing alright though they never complain. But what makes a drunk mother and a father so sure of their child's power when they're being dragged out of his capital by haunting figures? The same figure which took all the oxygen out from his heart as he powered his voice into the air and screamed for chaos. It would be foolish to think that they don't listen, because they do, and this divides the earth into more than just segments of thoughts and ideas. It divides them into order. Video end. Thanks.